Good afternoon. Happy Wednesday, March 25th. And this is Master Jose Torres, Grandmaster, some people know. And I'm coming to you with our special edition of City of Honor. So we're excited to bring the show to the Martial Arts Experience platform. As you know, in the last couple of days, we've had some amazing cast members that have showed up. Just yesterday, we had Bold Media, who are the magicians behind the camera that make our show look absolutely amazing, right? So today, we're starting a little bit different. I have one of our main cast members. That's right. Amazing, beautiful superstar. We're going to bring her on live. I'm not going to waste any time. We got to bring her right on, and keep her active today because I know she's a busy lady. So I'm not even going to waste because everybody else I did an intro, but we're going to bring her right in because we don't want to waste any time. Miss Tara London. How are you, Miss Tara? How was everything?
Hello. How are you? Thanks for having me. I'm so excited.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it today. I know you're a busy lady.
I am, but there's always time for this. So Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So Saturday's our big day, March 28th. We're getting ready for the premiere of episode 2. I'm going right into the questions, Tara. How do you feel? Like this is a project you've been working on. How do you feel? How do you feel about this? Are you ready for Saturday?
I'm so ready for Saturday. The first one was such a surreal moment. Because it was something I've never experienced to that caliber. And then after shooting for a while for episode 2, I'm just even more excited about this. I'm sorry, my dog is hitting my camera. Back up. But yeah, I'm really excited. I have actually a lot of family and friends who are coming out this time to support me and obviously the project. And I can't come here soon enough. I'm so excited.
Yeah. I think, you know what, it's amazing. And before we jump, because obviously, all of our viewers, they can feel the energy, they see you. I'm going to go, Tara, now. Let's watch and put the teaser on, right? The teaser, so we can set up and then we can start talking about the episode, because there's some key things in this episode that directly, affect you and are around your character, Detective Tara Snow. So I'm going to put the teaser on now and let's watch it together. Here we go.
Let's do it.
All right. Man, I mean, sizzling. My camera's sizzling right now.
Woo, my palms are sweaty.
Now listen, we started off with that teaser. There's a lot of your character in that beginning there. Now, rumor has it Detective Snow is going to be featured quite because in the first episode, right, we teased. I think that character got teased,
Yes.
And it's really kind of developed into something different. We saw you. I mean, you're throwing some people around in this episode. That's what it looks like.
Maybe a little bit, maybe. Thanks to you. I appreciate that. That was a fun little added addition,
So tell the viewers, Tara, tell them a little bit about your background, right? And we'll tie it back in the City of Honor, but tell them about, where you come from, what you've done, and, from everything, fill them in. Because this is a multi platform. So we want everybody to know all about you.
Sure. Thank you. Yeah, so I started as a dancer in the middle school, high school area, and I was in color guard. I was in obviously dance, and then I got into our drama club at high school. And as a dancer, you just kind of fill the stage, right? You're in the background, you're dancing, and I was really admiring all these actors and singers. So I was like, you know what? I wonder if I can do this. So I took some singing lessons, and I learned how to sing. And then with that, really, I got the bug of acting, and it just kind of evolved. I had some issues. I did go to school or to college to be a physical therapy assistant, and I had some issues with that. And when I came home, my mom was like, go do what you really want to do, follow
Right.
your dreams. And so she found me this acting school down in Atlantic City, and that's where the bug really hit. And I've been doing it ever since. So I still dance every now and then and also sing. But my true passion is bringing the characters on TV and film to life, because there's just something beautiful about really diving deep into a character and making these big characters so small for film and TV versus, filling that big auditorium for a theater show.
Right.
Um, and I won't rant, but that's basically me.
Well, but Tara, tell them about, because obviously you have much different than I think a lot of the other cast members. Like, you have extensive theater experience. Yeah, I mean, that's like a main bread and butter, right? So, I
Yes.
mean, literally during the filming of this episode, you had, plays that you were doing. You had actual theatrical projects that you were on.
Absolutely, yeah. And even during my college times, I was part of the dance club and the theater club, um, because it's a different performance, right? Like, there's no cut and redoing it.
Right,
The
right,
adrenaline is, it's the same, but it's different because you really have to be on your toes. You have to know your co-stars and all their roles, because if they mess up, the show must go on. Um, so I still continue to do theater, stage plays and musicals as well, just to keep that fresh. Obviously, like I keep saying, my passion really is film and TV.
okay.
Um, but I just like to throw in a couple shows in there just to keep it, relevant and fun and keep me on my toes, right? Because even in the film world, things are always changing. And yes, you can cut and redo it, but it still evolves kind of like a theater show, a
Right.
live production, if you will.
Right. And you've worked on some other films and some other projects that have been streaming out there. Tell the audience about some of the other projects that you worked on that are out there.
As far as film, right? You
Yeah,
said?
film, yeah.
Sorry, I was silencing my phone. People are messaging me. Oh gosh, where do I begin? Um, ah, let's see. So, well, I've worked with Bold Media Films, plenty of times.
Yes.
Um,
You're on their website, and
which,
you're on their website, right? Your picture's on
oh,
their website. I think so.
I think so. I think you're right. Yeah, they were bugging me for a bio. Sorry, Bold Media. I, as you will learn today, I don't really like to talk about myself too much, but we're gonna get better at that. And I'm really excited. So yeah, I started working with them about 8 years ago.
How'd you meet them?
Um,
How'd you meet them? How'd you meet Bill
yeah,
and Dan?
so actually, I saw like a post on Facebook, and my friend had tagged me in it, and I was actually on vacation, and they were like, "You'd be perfect for this. Reach out to them." So I did, and I did a little bit of a self tape while on vacation, and really the rest is history. Because ever since then, we've done quite a few little short films. Hit the film festival market, won some awards. And yeah, my time with them has been great. They really have become family, as you know, even with this experience. I know we'll talk about that, but you really have a way of just finding the right people and everyone just becoming family. And we all care and support so much about each other. And that doesn't happen often, especially in this industry. But yeah, so circling back to the classes I took in AC, that's where I really got started, because at the end there was like a showcase. So all local filmmakers came to that. And yeah, my first detective short film was from a local filmmaker down in Atlantic City.
Nice.
And it just kind of snowballed. And then you start networking. And I mean, geez, I don't know
Yeah.
how much time we have, but
Yeah. No, but weren't you on a weren't you you were on one of the shows that's currently out now, right? Or did it just wrap? Mayor of Kingston, correct? No,
Mayor of Easttown.
Easttown.
Yes.
Easttown. Sorry.
Mayor of Kingston, though, we could put that out there.
Yeah.
Let's manifest it. I'll be
Yeah.
on that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a wild experience. I got called in for a principal role to play one of the main character's daughters.
Nice.
And there was going to be like this whole shoot with had a husband and children, and it was like this whole thing. And it kind of, that section of it got cut, but I still was needed on set to play the main character, Betty Carroll's daughter. And that was such a whirlwind because I didn't know when I got to set. I did not know that that was the day that I was going to be filming like my scene with like my lines. So I'm like in holding, I'm stuffing my face as a lot of background actors do. And all of a sudden on all the radios, I hear, grab Tara London, grab Tara London. And I'm like sweating. And I'm like texting my family and I'm like, oh my God, they're calling my name. Like, what is happening? So they come in, they grab me, they put me in. So we shot this in Delaware County, PA. They put me in this house and I walk in the house and no joke, it's Jean Smart, Kate Winslet, David Denham, Patrick McCarthy. And I was like, hi. Like, and I have to say, I'm really proud of myself. It wasn't a starstruck moment because I have such a passion for this and they're human too, right? They're just doing what they love. So I walked in, I was like, hi. And then out of nowhere, like the makeup artist is on my face. And then like the sound guy engineer is like hooking me up with a lavalier. Someone's throwing a script in my face. And I'm just like, what is going on? I'm like, this is real life. Like,
Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah. And I got to do the scene with them that day. And it was such a beautiful, incredible experience to just, I mean, I was talking to Jean Smart and her like dialect coach, and we were like talking in a different language and then or with a little dialect. And then Kate Winslet was talking about what her kids were being for Halloween, and I just felt like I was one of them, and they didn't look at me any different. They all treated me with such respect, and yeah, it was a really cool experience.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So we
Thanks.
go from that. We're doing theater. We're doing stuff, and then which brings us to what we're talking about today is, I mean, City of Honor. You know what I mean? The City of Honor project with this amazing cast and crew. Detective Snow, you're looking tough in this picture here, Detective. You're looking very tough there with your hand on your gun.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. This character is very different than me.
Right.
And it's funny because my mom's always like, why do you play such like serious characters? And sometimes the villain, she's like, you're so bubbly and you have all this energy. And I'm like, I don't know, I like it. It's different.
Right.
It's a challenge, right? And us as actors who that's what we strive for is something to challenge us. So yeah, Detective Snow is a bit of a badass. Sorry, I don't mean to curse, but yeah, she's tough. And in this episode, I get to peel back those layers of her, and you're gonna see a little bit more of Detective Snow, who she is, where she comes from, what drives her to be a better officer, and also, wanting to change the community and be the best that she can for not only the task force, but also her community and family. So
Yeah.
I'm really, really, really excited. Oh, I got the chills.
Yeah. You know what? I think the audience is gonna love it. And as the story goes on with the City of Honor journey, and the audience starts to build and find out and fall in love with these characters and see like, hey, this is where they come from. They're real people,
Mhm.
real
Mhm.
challenges, real things. That's what I think. I think really people are gonna take that from this. And the energy that you bring to the characters is special. Like there's a part of you, even though you say you're not her, you are her, right? You're her. You're
Of course.
living, breathing her. And
Yeah.
that's what I think makes the character so special as well. So I share this picture, and I actually love this picture. This is a behind the scenes of you. I think you've seen it. I think you have. Maybe you haven't. I don't know. I think you have. I'm pretty sure you have.
Ooh.
But
We'll find out.
looks so, you look so happy, and you're like,
Oh,
hey, here I am. You know what I mean? And this picture, I think, really encompasses who Tara London is. Just a wonderful human being, so sweet, so happy, and what you bring to set and what you bring to the family. You know what I mean? And you said that it's kind of a family. But now I ask you, and I ask you the tough questions for everybody to know, peel back those layers. Is what does what does this project mean to you, Tara? Like, where does this go? First of all, what does the project mean to you currently at your, professional career right now?
Um, oh, I'll try not to get emotional, but no, it's hard to put in perspective what it means because we all, as actors, right? It's all about getting those experience, being on different kinds of sets, networking, meeting new people, obviously honing in on your craft and seeing what you can do, as a human, as an actor. What can you bring to the table? And City of Honor has really changed the game for me. It changed my life for the better because there's we've all been on sets, right? That just maybe you don't mesh with your co-stars, or maybe just you're hanging around waiting for your time to go on set, and same thing, you're just not meshing with the other actors, or there's just so many things, right? Things go wrong, and it's fine, but there is just something so magical and like a dream come true about this, about the people, about the set, about the story, that the world literally stops when I'm on set or when I think about City of Honor, that this is definitely a passion project. And ironically, when I first started acting, I always wanted to be on TV or playing a detective. I wanted to do it in real life, but I was like, I don't want to be an officer first. I just want to get into like the crime drama and figuring it out. So to be able to play this and bring myself into it, this kind of character just, I mean, she's in my heart fully. And the crew of the task force, even though that first day was super intimidating, I'm not gonna lie, but
Really?
oh
Really?
yeah, yeah, but this means the world to me, and I cannot thank you enough, because I will never forget that phone call we had. Didn't know you at all, and you laid it out there, your passion for this project, what you really wanted from this character. And I'm just so grateful and blessed that you trusted me with her and you continue to trust me. And yeah, I can't wait for the world to continue to see what the task force does.
Yeah.
I'm so pumped.
Yeah, and it's funny how these relationships have formed and built, but the craziest is just like how organically this has come together. And I keep
Yeah.
hearing from every actor, every single actor that's come to our set and been, whether it's a one-day film or whether they're a series regular, right? Where they're
Mhm.
like, they've said, Jose, this is not the norm. This is not
Yeah.
the norm. And it's, so special to hear that because, I am the new kid on the block, right? I'm the new guy trying to, develop this world and do these things and sell people on a dream, like, oh my God, this is what I want to try to do. And to have the pieces kind of fit together, it is magical. It's remarkable, to be quite honest with you. Again, we just talked 2 days ago, not to put it out there, but I think this adds to our story is when you texted me and you're like, yo, we sold out. What's going on? Right. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Like, but this is a real thing. Like this, what City of Honor is, it's living, breathing, growing, at a
Mhm.
rate organically that I don't think anybody knew. You know what I mean? Not anybody knew, and
Right.
it's crazy to see it, but the energy of what's happening, and the characters and how um this is another great picture of you. This is serious Detective Snow in this
Oh,
one here. Yeah,
yep.
all business on this
All
one.
business,
Yeah,
no
yeah,
play.
yeah. But then, the enjoyment of, and you shared some really, wonderful personal things with me that I appreciate and I cherish. Um, what did that premiere experience for you as an actress mean for you that first time? Because I have, when we took our picture that day, like that was, remember, I mean, we were pumping. There was like
We
hundreds, probably
were
hundreds of people there, right? Like it was crazy hot.
very.
What did that moment mean to you, Tara? Where does that, how does that fit in?
Yeah, it was a surreal moment because we also didn't know what you had planned, right? All we knew was it was going to be on the silver screen. We were selling tickets, our friends and family could come, but we didn't know like our names were going to be on the billboard, the red carpet with the photo opportunity, with the interviews, our names like on the seats, you know, for our family to see, and then just all of it, right? All of it was like literally no joke, a dream, a dream. Like you see it all the time, the A-listers doing like their little movie releases with their friends and family or people who buy tickets, and they do the interviews at the end, the Q&A, and it's just as an actor, you put so much of your blood, sweat, tears, heart, and soul into creating something that you're proud of and that's special. You know, even if it just goes up on the shelf, right? At the end of the day, we have a job to do. This is a business, and you want to be proud of what you've accomplished. And we're always learning, but that was just something else. Like I can't put it into words. All I know is it makes my heart full. My family and my husband were so proud
Shout out
after
to
that.
Cody. Shout out to Cody.
Shout out to Cody, my amazing husband. But yeah, it put into perspective too, I think for my family and myself, is that um like I have what it takes and I can do this and I'm doing it and I'm serious about it. And so is Jose from City of Honor, because
Is that what
we're
I'm known
going
at in the London
we're
family?
going big.
Jose from City of Honor.
Jose from City of Honor. No, I just added that, but it's true, right? Like none of us would have had that experience if it wasn't for all your hard work too behind the scenes and what you did for us as now your family, but as cast members. You know, like you went big. You got bracelets. I did some shirts. Little plug. You know, it was just this big moment. We did the signings. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And here we are coming on Saturday, you know, to do part 2, right? So, you
Yeah.
know, it's crazy because everybody's excited, and you know, we're gonna do some things different, certain things, you know, that we did do for the first one versus we didn't do, you know, change it up a little bit, and you know, but we're excited. I mean, again, you know, we're well over 200, which is awesome, phenomenal. I don't know how much bigger we're gonna get to that. I mean, it's kind of big in itself, but just the support and the love for the project of what everybody, there's a lot of people that believe in this, you know, not just the cast members and crew. Like there's a lot of people, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. And I think you've said it before, if possibly in another interview or just from us talking, to get more than, I think you said it the other day, 20 people to come to an episode 2, right? Like this isn't just another movie. It's a series.
Right.
This is episode 2. I mean, to even hit over 100 is very successful. And it's a Saturday night and over 200 people want to see this thing. I
Yeah.
mean, that's beautiful in itself,
Yep.
you know?
Yep.
I just, it really is a dream, and I'm so excited. I cannot wait to see like where this all goes and what people think of episode 2, right? Episode 1 was very much like, here's everybody. Let's learn a little bit about everyone, but we're not diving deep yet because it's an ensemble piece. So you have to kind of learn a little bit about everyone just on the surface. And now we can dig and get dirty.
Yeah. So people kind of see, you know, and they're going to find out about Detective Snow, you know, and how she moves, and you know, her family and the devils and demons that she's dealing with, you know, what she has to do. And you know, I think that the audience is going to take, because I feel like every audience member takes something different from the project, right? There's certain characters that they associate with, or they fall in love with, or they don't like, right? There's sometimes they're like, oh, we don't like these guys, and that's okay too. You don't have to like everybody.
Yeah,
you know?
of course.
But what drives them, and I feel the uniqueness about our show is, you know, all of these diverse characters, different looks, different, you know, socio-status to races and cultures, and you know, and everybody just brings it, and I think that's what makes us, you know, very unique. And I said this on a previous one of the other podcasts, that I said, hey man, we're putting on notice, you know what I mean? Because I binge watch a lot of the other crime dramas to kind of see what's going on, and you know, who's on CBS and who's doing this. Now we have some special things, like in this episode, there's some stuff that we got that the big dogs don't have. You know what I mean? And I can't tell everybody what it is, but you know what I mean? There's some serious production value stuff that is like, people are going to be like, how the hell? You know what I
Yes.
mean? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that adds to the authenticity of what this show is bringing, and for us as actors and performers, right? Like if
Right.
you're holding up a plastic cup versus a ceramic one,
Yeah.
it's just the vibe is going to be different. So
Yeah.
yeah, what we got for episode 2 is, I wouldn't even say a level up. It's like 10 levels up
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
episode 1, which
Yeah.
really makes a difference.
Absolutely, absolutely. We upgraded a lot, and I think the scenes are strong. I think there's some phenomenal acting. I mean, really, there's some really good stuff that I think people are going to be followed by the action. This is special to mine because everybody gets to get a little bit of a moment, right? Or their fighting
Mhm.
moment, and people are going to get to see stuff, which I think is really cool. So now I'm going to go, Tara, which I started asking. What did you feel in your acting process? So you're doing theater, you're doing film, you're doing short films, and a lot of the other you're producing musicals, you're directing, you're doing all these things. What do you feel being in this entertainment industry has been, kind of the biggest hurdle that you have to overcome?
Ooh.
Mhm. Yeah, we ask real questions on this show. We ask real questions.
Biggest hurdle. Oh, okay, hold on. I mean, I think yes, I do have a lot of things coming up, like you said, producing, directing, choreographer, all that stuff. But I think it really is, booking. It's not so easy to get the audition, to get the call back, to book the job. But I think that's going to be something that will always be a hurdle in this industry, and especially as the industry evolves and technology evolves, and so yeah, the biggest hurdle for me has always been the rejection of not booking the job.
Yeah, yeah,
um, but I've learned to, kind of, I have my own way of coping with it. um, we can always learn from it. We can always do better, right? But I tend to like to sit with it, whether it's an audition, whether it's a callback, whether it's just like I'm submitting to something that I think I'm great for. I like to give myself like 5 to 10 minutes. I sit with it and I literally put it on the shelf and I do not think about it. Because there's been times where I'm just like, I'm refreshing my email. I'm, emptying out my voicemail box, like all the things, and you hear nothing. And then you go into that spiral of, why am I not good enough? Is it my hair color? Is it my nose? Is it my eyes? Is it my height? Is it my race? Everything, right? All the things go in your brain and you can drive yourself crazy. And I do think that a lot of people then lose the fire and the spark of why they got into this industry in the first place, and they get wrapped up in that rejection and being a failure, that they give up. So I found other ways to kind of overcome that, and I think I'm at a really good spot. Sure, does it really sting to be like, oh my gosh, I haven't booked anything in a couple months and I've submitted 20 something tapes? What am I doing wrong? Yeah, of course, but that's part of the business.
right.
There's so many avenues, there's so many people doing it. Every it's different than it was with the headshot, hand delivering them to the casting directors. It's just a different world.
Right.
Um, but I'm not giving up. I love it and I'm not stopping.
Yeah.
So
So Tara, if you can talk about anything upcoming, now we joked with Bill and Darren from Bold Media yesterday that we're probably going to do 32 seasons of City of Honor, right? We're doing
let's
32 seasons.
go.
Yeah. 32. I think we're going into space. Me and Bill agreed we're going to go into space.
Okay.
We're going to
Okay.
follow the Fast and Furious model. But what upcoming projects or what do you have coming up on the slate that potentially you could share with the audience? Anything from musical to film, anything that you can talk about that you would like to share?
Yeah, absolutely. I actually have 2 short films in the works. One is kind of a reshoot. It's about grief and loss, and that should be coming out in a couple months. I'm also doing another short that has to do with sexual harassment in the industry.
Mm,
That is not, we haven't shot that yet. That's kind of in the pre-production. We're tweaking with the script. Um, Originally, it was going to be me who books the job, and the whole sexual harassment happens with me, but they're thinking about maybe reversing it where the female is the one doing it. Like, so that's, it's kind of a work in progress. It's been 3 years actually in the making.
nice.
But as we all know, production, things get
Yeah,
held up for certain reasons.
yeah.
I am also choreographing a musical called Lightning Thief in August, and I'm also directing my very first stage play in September.
Well,
So I'm very, very excited. It's a comedy, a whodunit murder mystery, and I'm really excited. So
that's awesome. That's
yeah,
awesome.
thanks.
Now, I asked you what was your, biggest hurdle to overcome, right? And you talked about booking and rejection, things of that. You've touched on some other things, but Tara, at this point of your career, right? What do you feel is your most proudest moment, or a moment that stands out to you that you're like, you know what? I made it, or I see the vision of what's happening. Is there one specific moment that you could kind of like that sticks out that you're like, hey, this really stands out to me, and this is fulfilling. This is showing me that I'm following this passion and it's working.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say two, and one is going to be on the directing end,
Okay,
and two will be for the acting, because um, my passion is obviously to be in front of the camera as an actor. But recently, probably the last 3 or 4 years, I've gotten to be behind the scenes, and I have to give a shout out to Darren and Bill. But Darren really gave me the confidence to be a director
yeah, yeah,
and to kind of test those waters. And she saw how I've worked with other actors and how I'm able to get the emotion out, or get the vision that the writer or producers really want. And I have to say, that's a proud moment for me in this industry as a whole. Because when I first started this, I had no interest. I had no interest in learning anything else. I just wanted to put my head in that script and bring my character that was on paper to life, and let everyone escape reality for a little bit by watching me do whatever I'm doing with my character. And then I just fell in love with directing. And I think it's also because I'm passionate about performing and acting.
right,
So there's times too, right? Like my co-star, it might not be giving me that energy, and I don't want to overstep, but there's something in my mind that I feel like I can say and help them, or let me help you, you help me, kind of a thing. And I just couldn't, right? Because I was just an actor. So as a director, it's really fun. It's really fun to ask those hard questions, to get them to think about real life and their character and how are they feeling in this moment and blah, blah, blah. So that was a really proud moment when I am getting feedback from other actors saying that I'm a very great director. And Darren uses the term an actor's director. And that really is fulfilling.
that's awesome.
But on the acting realm, I mean, hands down, City of Honor. Hands down.
Oh my
Hands
god,
down. And I'm not saying that because we're in this interview. Um, I'm I'm saying it truthfully from the bottom of my heart. This is definitely, it was an aha moment. From the moment we had that conversation to all the conversations leading up to reading the script to the first day, very intimidating day on set, to where we are now, this is what dreams are made of. And I'm just so honored and blessed. I know I said it before. I'm gonna probably say it till my dying my dying breath.
yeah,
This has really made me feel not only just like reassurance of this is what I want to do, but like you said, it's working. This is where I belong. My passion is shining through. And I don't like to talk about myself, but I'm this character, I feel like is part of my niche, right? Like my wheelhouse. And there's just something so beautiful about telling this story and the bond we all have. I mean, I want to be part of it every day. Every day.
Yeah, yeah.
In a perfect world, we would be filming at least 5 days a week, 12-hour days.
Yeah.
It's just you created this beautiful, beautiful camaraderie and family that you don't get often. And then the storytelling and letting our characters evolve and be what they are. It's really beautiful.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome.
So City of Honor all the way. Oh my
City
gosh,
of
I'm
Honor.
so stoked.
Saturday, 6 p.m. Now we got to tell everybody they can't
Yeah.
show up late. They show up late, they'll be in the back of the bus sitting in the hallway because there's too many people. Like, listen, there's a lot of bodies in there. There's a lot of bodies, a lot of
Yes.
people coming to this thing. What if there's something you can share with the audience about episode 2, all right, without giving anything away? Is there any little nugget that you could give to the audience right now without giving it away? I'm challenging you. You're the only person I've asked this. Yeah.
Okay, so specifically about City of Honor as a whole or my character?
City of Honor this episode. So it can be about you. It could be about maybe there's a scene that you know. Maybe there's a storyline that's going to be introduced. But is there something you can sprinkle to get everybody excited without telling them? Yes, I'm challenging you. I am challenging you, Tara.
Oh my gosh, hold on.
Good one. Yes, yes.
Because I also have to think about what's in the teaser trailer. Because then that would be obvious, right? So something we don't know.
Something we don't know. Without giving, you can't give the farm away. Can't give
Come on, this is really hard. There's a lot of drama. I don't know.
Come on, give me something. Give me something, Tara. Something little. Come on. Come on.
Listen, I don't want to spoil it. Wow, this is really difficult.
There's a car scene, right? There's a car. You're gonna be in a car.
Kind of, sort of.
There you go.
Kind of, sort of. It's an emotional scene.
Yeah.
Good and bad.
Yep.
And multiple characters.
Yep.
How's that?
Okay.
Not good enough. Okay.
Well, you definitely got the fight scene, right? People are going to get to see you smack somebody around. I mean, that's in the teaser.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So Tara London, is available, right? Well, they're really not available because you're signed for at least a 32 season deal.
Right. Yeah, we're going to space and everything.
Exactly. So. You have to check with your agent. They'll have to contact your agent and your people first. But people are going to kind of see where this character is going. But again, they get to see. So Tara London, the actress, the director, the stunt player, fighter. I mean, you could do it all. Maybe so should Detective Snow have a dance sequence in this thing? What are you thinking?
Interesting. I'll listen.
That's funny.
I'll listen. I mean, if it makes sense, that could be fun.
Yeah. Or we could save that for season 8. We could do season 8.
Okay, we'll do season 8. Maybe season 20. We'll see. We'll see where we're at. But
Exactly.
I mean, why not, right?
Right. Yeah.
Or maybe a little bar dancing, right? Maybe I do some line dancing, or I don't know. This isn't giving away, but I almost danced in this one. Remember?
That's right. That's right. Oh my God.
There was a start to the dance.
There was absolutely.
And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. So I have to tell you now we'll go into a little bit of real side, right? So, and not to give things away, and we mentioned him, right? Shout out to Cody, having a supportive, because I got to see Cody live in action when we shot at your house, and he's so loving and supportive of you in this journey. And that was really cool for me to see. How difficult is that, as you're navigating in the relationship? Because, again, you guys just got married. Like, there's you got a lot going on, Tara. And that's very impressive of how everything is moving for you, because not everybody can do that, Tara. Not everybody can do that. Have a strong relationship, be an actor, actress, have someone that supports them, trusts them, believe in them, and pushes them. That's hard. That's hard. So shout out to my boy. Shout out to him. I gotta tell you. We're trying to get him to do a cameo, but his agent keeps, dodging my calls.
I know, but I gotta tell you, I think after him witnessing what we did here, I think it might be a little bit easier to get him on.
He's got the bug.
I think he got a little bit of the bug.
And is he gonna be there Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
he'll be there Saturday.
He'll be fired up.
Yeah.
I'll make him sign the contract after he sees the episode. We'll be fine.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
But yeah, no, support is more than half of it. I mean, I've been very, blessed to have very supportive parents and, a brother and a sister-in-law, and then obviously now my husband. And he's still learning the industry. It's not black and white, right? Not every
Right.
set is the same, not every script is the same, not all rehearsals are the same. So but he's been very patient and very open to learning more about it. And even from day one, he would, he helps me with my self tapes. He'll be like, oh, like sometimes he'll line read me and I'm like, oh, actors don't really like that, but it's okay, or he'll tell me, hey, you went up here, you didn't have enough emotion there. And it's adorable. And I love it. And he's been a true blessing in that aspect. But yeah, being here, filming it, and he got to see, because again, people don't understand that it could literally take 4 to 6 hours for a 30-second clip.
Right.
And we can say that until we're blue in the face, but they don't get it. They don't know. They're like, how? So there's so many times where I would be like, oh, we got, 3 more shots, or, 1 more scene to do. And then 4 hours later goes by and he's like, you're still there, and it's like, yeah. So to be able to see what goes into it, all the props, right? Resetting it, the lighting has to change, the camera rehearsal, the rehearsal. There's so many things that people don't understand that goes into just one shot.
Right.
So I think him also seeing it, and obviously remembering that I've told him all these, he's like, this is really cool. This is really cool.
That's awesome.
And my family too. My family's been super supportive.
Shout out to mom and dad.
Shout out mom and dad. Love them dearly, because my mom is the one that pushed me to make this dream come true.
Awesome.
And my dad, which I've shared with you. Sorry, Dad. But at first he was just like, okay, like, cool. You want, you're acting. That's great. But he didn't want me to put all my eggs in one basket. He wants to see his daughter succeed. And yeah, I'll never forget the moment. He likes to say, I don't really know. There's a difference between, like, I play soccer and I'm a soccer player. I wrestle and I'm a wrestler. I like to act and I'm an actor. And I'll never forget it. We were in the kitchen and my dad had just got off the phone with my uncle, and he's like, you're an actor. You're an actor.
That's awesome.
And it was just such a cool moment. Like, I could probably cry because I'm daddy's little girl and my parents mean the world to me. My family means the world to me. And to just get that reassurance from my father that he's like my number one fan and he sees that passion and that I'm good at it, maybe. I don't know. I don't really like to say that. That's what I mean. But yeah, that I'm doing it and that I'm serious and I'm not giving up on it. It's just something so special to me. And they are definitely my biggest fans and I'm so excited.
That's awesome. Tara, what was it like? Because I do have one more question for you, because we're getting close to now 45. What was it like with your parents and your family when you can go on Apple TV, you can go on Prime, you go on these other platforms, and they see, your project and what it's doing? What was that experience the first time that happened for you with City of Honor specifically?
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't have anything streaming, so this is definitely.
You do now.
I do now. Yes, I do now. Thank you very much. It's really cool. I love. There's times where I mean, obviously we talk about it. We're a very close family. I talk to my parents every single day, multiple times a day. Um, but just hearing like the joy in their voices or how proud they are or them on the phone with the family and friends just kind of talking me up a little bit and that text of like, "Hey, can you send me the link or can you send me that photo you posted on social media?" Like things like that is just so um it's overwhelming, but in the most, like, beautiful way
Right.
because it's yeah, they get it, they support it, and it really does make being part of this industry that much easier versus, like, that constant, like, butting heads or, "Oh, you're in another show," or, "Oh, like, you're going to set," or, "You're not gonna make it, why are you doing it?" Like, no, no, no. Like, my family and husband are so supportive, and it makes it a lot easier. Plus,
Awesome.
they ask questions, which is really cool. Like, my parents and Cody and, my close friends, they ask questions. It's not like, "Oh, you're filming today? Okay, cool, like, talk to you later." No, they're like, "What is it? What's your character? Where are you?" Like, a couple of my friends, we share our location, and they're like, "What are you doing in Vineland?" Like,
Yeah.
all the things, and it's a very humbling experience, but it's great because they're part of it with me. They're part of my world doing something that I love, and it's a very unique career, if you will,
That's awesome.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. I could talk about my family forever. So
That's a beautiful thing. Absolutely. Now, Tara, let me ask you. So,
Mhm.
what advice can you give, let's say, an up and coming actor, someone trying to get involved in this? You being as seasoned as you are, and where you are in your career, and going through everything you went through.
Mhm.
What nuggets of advice can you give to someone that's looking to, get past that wall and try to keep moving? Any inspiring words or advice you could give?
Sure. Definitely when you're starting, like no project is too small. So do those student films, do the short films, do the one-liners, being on set and being around like-minded people is really where you're going to grow the most and networking. And yes, it does happen for some people, but it doesn't happen overnight. So you might not get every student film, you might not get those little shorts, but just keep grinding, keep watching TV, films, even plays if you're interested in that. Just educate yourself, research, try and find out like what characters you want to play, what's in your wheelhouse. Research those. Try and look and find an A-lister that you love what they bring to the screen and see if you can kind of mimic it. Obviously, don't do exactly what they're doing, but the more you do it, the more you can like sense their vibe and how they're approaching certain characters. And just yeah, education, work, read. There's so many books out there, so many books. Just constantly putting in the work. And like I said, no job is too small.
That's awesome. Well, to
So,
all the viewers, you guys have heard it first here from actress extraordinaire, Miss Tara London. Tara, thank you so much for coming out today. I
oh, thank
appreciate it, making
you.
time. Again, for everybody, this Saturday, 6 p.m. at the Burlington Regal. It's the premiere of episode 2. I really think the audience is going to love it. Tara's going to be there signing autographs, taking pictures with everybody, shaking
Sure.
hands, kissing babies. She'll be there. So make sure, yeah. Make sure you guys come out and don't be late because it's going to be
Yes.
crazy. I'm telling you.
Don't be late. 6 o'clock,
Be there before 6. Be there
but your
before 6.
butts gotta be in the seats by 7.
Yeah.
Six
Oh, no.
fifty.
6.
6:50.
I would say before that. Yeah. We got,
6:45.
yeah. We got things to do. We got things to do
We
too.
got things to do.
We got things to do. And this is not a short, what we're doing unique with this is this episode's over an hour. This is not a 30-minute,
Yeah,
45
true.
minute. It's a lot of stuff going on. You want to make sure
True.
you get a good seat. Come early. Now, Tara, what I did with all the guests from City of Honor is we did some sound offs today. So we're going to put you on the spot, right? We're going to put you on the spot, and we're going to have you sign off the show today to say
Okay.
that this is Tara London from City of Honor, and you're watching the martial arts experience. That's what I need from you. I'm going to give you
Okay.
the clapper, and then you're going to go. Okay?
Okay.
So your name, City of Honor, you're watching the martial arts experience. Okay?
Okay.
Ready? And go.
Hi, this is Tara London from City of Honor, and you are watching the Martial Arts Experience.
Outstanding. First, I don't know. You were one and done. You might have been the best one. You might have been the best one.
My palms are sweaty. I didn't get to practice that. That was a cold reading. That's what we call a cold reading.
Yes.
Here's a line and go.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh
Everybody
my gosh.
that's logged in today, thank you so much, Tara. Bottom of my heart. Thank you for coming in. I'm very excited to see you on Saturday. We're going to be working that room, and I think it's going to be an amazing thing. So
amazing. Love it.
absolutely. Tell the family I said hello. For everybody that watched
I
today, thanks for
will.
joining us. Remember, we're back on later today at 4:30. We have Shannon Bogan, who plays ADA. Robert Andrews, he'll be in. Tomorrow at 4 o'clock, we have Danielle Harper, who plays ADA, Gabby Asante. And on Friday, for the last person at 3:30, we have Amanda Duarte, who plays Mia, my daughter. So make sure you stay tuned. All things City of Honor. We'll catch you guys on Saturday. Take care, guys.
Bye.
Bye.